the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it tougher for the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick, cause we gotta keep this that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats, slicing up teeth like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud, giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome to another episode of the Panda Grizzly Show. I am Brian the Grizzly. Tank is over there. Got Panda down there. You guys heard what I said on Sunday. And I had a couple of days kind of calm down from it. And I think I have a new perspective on life. I think I'm okay with it.
Kind of calm down.
I've calmed down, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and go on your rants. So you can tell everyone how you feel, and then I'll tell everyone why I'm calming down a little bit. And it's hilarious because Derpy's here.
I know he's just rubbing it in.
I mean, to taunt the Bears fans, Claypool in the 6th round. So we've traded a 2nd round pick and Justin Fields to Khan or the Steelers for Claypool and a 6th round pick. Those are the trades that's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers the last couple of years. Yes, they have fleeced us, but there's a reason behind it. We understand what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make me feel better? Not really, but at least I understand what's going on. Thank you very much. For a pleasure doing business with you.
You're welcome, Derpy.
Yeah, Grant Hill here. What's up, guys? Still depressed? I'm less depressed. I'm less depressed, but I'm gonna take this time to go ahead and give you guys the floor. You know, Panda go first, and then Kramer, you take over, and then I will put my 2 cents in.
So where do I begin? So Justin Fields, I remembered when we first selected him, and I remembered when we traded him. It's one of those things that really hits me hard. I remembered when the Bears moved up to 11. I had no idea what was going on. All I saw Brian jump up from his chair and yell, "Yes," clapped, and then that's it. I'm like, what happened?
Because I called
Brian
it.
Brian got the information before we even saw it on TV. So next thing you know, we moved up. Okay, great. Then we got Justin Fields. I was excited. I was happy. Fast forward to Saturday, that I got news that he was traded. I knew this was coming because when they traded Pickett, I knew exactly that they traded him Thursday or Friday. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I just knew they were making room for Justin. I knew it. So when that happened, I was so bummed. I even messaged everybody. I'm like in Nerd Huddle group. I'm like, I'm so bummed. I'm bummed impressed or something like that, which I really was. Because I love Justin Fields. You know, Justin Fields is the guy. With every bad side of the coin, there's a positive side. Positive side now, he has a pretty decent team. He's a backup to Russell Wilson, which he's not going to be a backup long. So we're going to see him out there.
I mean, they just signed Mike Williams today, too. I mean,
did they?
They signed Mike. Wow.
No, the Jets did. They're trying to get
what's the who said anything about the Jets and Mike Williams, dude?
No, but they're trying to get Brandon Ayuk. That's true. They are trying to get Brandon Ayuk.
But either way, man, I mean, kudos to the Steelers because they got 2 starters, a great backup, young backup, all for the low price of $1.25 billion. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are you serious?
They remake the entire room. Crosby. I mean, everybody's out. Pickett's out. Everyone's out. Mitch Trubisky got his job taken twice by Justin Fields. Everyone
kidding.
is remade
Yeah.
for $1.2 million. Only the
So-
Steelers could do that.
So I heard there was also rumors Poles contacted Fields saying, hey, we have 2 suitors who want to trade you. What would you like? Or yeah, 4 suitors?
Yeah, I heard 4.
So I heard it was Steelers. What team that Pickett went to?
Here you go.
Philly.
Philly Eagles, right?
Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard it was them and the Eagles. And I think Justin did not want to go to the Eagles because you have Hurts. So he had a better chance with Russell Wilson
Pickett was
starting.
already at the Eagles.
No, I'm saying because remember now, because the Eagles wanted a QB. So I'm wondering if one of the offers from Poles from the Eagles, one of the offers was from the Eagles for Justin.
Yeah, so that they
And Justin
pulled
said
their-
no to the Eagles.
The Eagles pulled their offer for Justin after they traded for Pickett. Because they're not going to trade for Pickett and Fields because that was Wednesday.
No, I understand. I'm saying before everything executed. I'm saying Tuesday or Wednesday. Hey, the Eagles they want you. Do you want to go? Justin says no. And then later came around and says, okay, what about the Steelers? Then he said yes. I don't know who were the other 2 teams though.
So there's 4 teams rumored, and so far I've heard the Rams, heard the Giants, I've heard the Jets, and there's another mystery team. I don't know what the mystery team is.
Viking. That would have been crazy.
No, I don't think they would have entertained the Vikings, but I heard there was another mystery team out there, and he chose the Steelers because, well, it makes sense because, I mean, Russell Wilson, $1.2 million, only 1 year guaranteed of him being there, right? So if you can learn from Russell Wilson from a year and then, say he comes in week 10, let's say Russell Wilson does a great job and he gets injured and Justin plays 3 games and plays great. And then Russell Wilson comes back in. You play Russell Wilson because you don't have to give the Bears a 4th round pick. Because you let him put him back in, and then the next year you sign Justin Fields because you've had him in your locker room. You know what type of person he is. You know what type of quarterback he's going to be, and now you have your
molded him. You had a whole year to mold him into the guy you want him to be. What the Bears should have done.
He's a huge guy. He holds on to the ball a little bit long, but guess who else did that? Ben Roethlisberger. He has a cannon of an arm, just like Ben Roethlisberger. He's a giant human being, just like Ben Roethlisberger. So if you could do that, but he's bigger, faster, stronger, and you let him learn from Russell Wilson, who's great in the 4th quarter, he's great in the games except for the 1 Super Bowl, but most of the time he finishes very well.
Right.
Learn from him, put those things together. They have a top 10 quarterback that they just paid a 6th round pick for.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kramer. Your turn to rant.
Oh my God. This ruined my Saturday, man. It legit ruined my Saturday. I was out doing chores, doing a bunch of errands, and then my phone was like popping off with you guys. I finally checked it, and I was like, no, and then went on ESPN, saw the news. I was upset. I was super sad, and then to see he was gone for a 6th round, I was like, oh, I was like, all day Saturday, I was like, and even I think Sunday, because I think it didn't come out until yesterday, maybe that the whole thing where he wanted to do right by Fields, and that's where Fields wanted to go, and this and that. Yeah. So he kind of took a shit deal to make Fields happy, which, like, on a personal level, that's cool. That you respect, the man, the person. But on a business level, I was like, bro, like, you also have a job to do. You know what I mean? So, it was a little like annoying where I was like, like happy because like I guess you're able to sleep at night because like you're doing good by somebody and maybe that karma comes back to you, maybe hopefully, but at the same time it's like, bro,
think about other karma. think about other comment. What you did to Justin Fields. Let's just go over what we did to Justin Fields, guys. We drafted number 1 overall. We made an offense designed for Andy Dalton. We started him against the best defense in the league. He gets sacked 8 times in the offense that was not designed for him. The next year, you get rid of all the good players, all of them, right? And then you blame him for the losses. The next year, you finally get DJ Moore, but your offensive line is in shambles at the beginning of the season, right? So you go 0-4. Then they right the ship, right? Because if they go 0-4 and then where they ended the game, the end of the season at, they actually were plus 500. Okay, so if you really think about that, like when he finally gave him help, he was a plus 500 quarterback with only one receiver and not a great running back and not great offensive line. That's what we did to Justin Fields.
Yep.
We didn't give him any help. Yep. None at all. And then we think that we know what he is. I was furious Tuesday. Like I was furious. And I got called early and someone told me this is about to happen. And I was like, for what? And I didn't understand. And then, of course, I let it all out on Sunday. And then Monday, when I hear that he did it for Justin Fields, I think you do owe it to him at that point. Because you already made your mistakes. Ryan Poles made a mistake, but if you were going to trade him, you should just let him go early. And if you weren't going to trade him early, then you should have waited till just after you meet Caleb Williams and you go to his pro day, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he did the worst of all worlds, right? The worst of all things. He did that right then. Okay. Now, what if tomorrow he goes there and he finds out something bad about Caleb Williams? Anything. It could be medical.
Everything could be bad.
It could be a bad throwing day. It could be his attitude is so awful that you don't like him. Which I'm not saying any of those things are what's happening with Caleb Williams. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what if you do that? Now you have no safety blanket after you already held on to Justin Fields too long. That's my issue. Not, Brian Poles is obviously smarter than all of us. He's been doing this for a long time. He's young, but he knows football. He knows offensive line play. He's been getting a lot of offensive linemen this offseason.
Oh my God!
Trying to just redo everything. He's going to throw numbers at it, figure it out. He can figure it out with numbers. I don't mind
doing that last year too with the O-line.
Yeah, but he's getting some quality guys.
Yeah,
so
he's
I'm
getting good ones and not just a bunch of backups.
Do you blame him though? I mean, he's giving away all his fucking picks to like.
But he didn't have to. I mean, if you really want to break down the little things he's done, like Bates, he didn't have to do a 5th round pick. He could have waited. Bates would have been a cap casualty. You could have picked him up for nothing. He's like, oh, he might not sign with us. He would sign with you because you already signed him to an offer sheet. And then, if you didn't want him, you could get the starter.
Yeah.
Bates is a backup. So there's just a lot of questionable things, but I think he's also made a lot of good moves, with Montez Sweat. So I'm at a point right now where I'm a Justin Fields fan.
Yeah, so am I.
So, and I wanted him to be the guy. And I think he has the ability to be the guy. We didn't help him out. We did the worst job that you could have done with trying to develop a quarterback. Literally, look, if you wrote down the 3 things you don't do, we did all 3 of them. You get drafted by a coach that's going to be gone in a year. Do not fix the offensive line. Not give him playmakers. Like, put him in the worst situation against the best defense when you start him off. Everything that was wrong, we did to this guy, okay? So I'm hoping that he goes to Pittsburgh and has a great resurrection of his career. Pittsburgh is my second favorite team behind the Bears. I'm okay with that. I think it's the right city. He's once again, I think it fits with the weather. Open stadium. Sometimes a little cold. Blue collar town.
He's a Midwest guy.
He fits.
Yeah.
He just fits there, and I think that's a good thing for him. And I said this on Sunday. If we play Pittsburgh Steelers next year, which I don't think it's one of our teams. I hope they stop a hole in us.
Well, the thing is, like, not this next year. in the second year when Fields becomes the starter and is the dude, you know what I mean? That's when I'm afraid to play against the Steelers, you know, like because like you said, this year he's gonna sit on the bench. One, because you got Russ and there's no losing with that, you know what I mean? And then like you allow Tomlin to mold him into the person he wants. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be. I already can see it. Like all during the season, it's gonna be Tomlin and Fields right next to him, and I can see it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just gonna be like, listen, this is what we do. This is how we do it. Blah blah blah. Like, I can see it, you know. And he's gonna be on the mic talking to Russ and this and that. Like this is the best possible thing for him as a player. You know, like have a veteran quarterback who is past his prime, but hopefully can. I think Russ, they always make fun of Russ because he's so friendly and like to the point where it's almost like cringy. You know, they make fun of it all the time. But it'll be good for Fields because Russ is the kind of guy that seems like he would show how to do things and would teach and stuff like that. Where a lot of other quarterbacks won't. Yeah, and you know, where other quarterbacks don't do that. They're like, oh, I'm not here to teach people.
Geno Smith says Russell Wilson is the reason why he resurrected his career.
Yeah.
He gives Russell Wilson all the credit. Like the dude brought me to his house. We went over plays. He showed me how to do things. You know, like I wouldn't be able to do it. You know?
Yeah. So I see having that, then Tomlin right next to him.
They play Pittsburgh in 2025.
I wonder if it's in Pittsburgh. I'm going there with the Fields jersey.
Oh man,
the jersey that I got from you for my birthday.
Yeah, half Bears, half Steeler Fields jersey.
Oh
yeah,
but no, that's gonna be scary because he's gonna sit a year, learn from Russ, be right next to Tomlin, learn this offense, an offense that's been in motion for a while, you know, and stuff like that. The only bad thing isn't Arthur Smith is there.
Which is
right?
You know, but that's okay because Arthur Smith wanted Fields in Atlanta. That's why it made even more sense. He wanted Justin Fields in Atlanta, a guy who, you know, wants a running type of quarterback. You have the best running quarterback, you know, like you have an opportunity to do something really special. And what's really interesting is that we traded him now, right? So now they have 2 months. They can decide if they want to pick up the 5th-year option. They have to May 2nd to decide if they want to pick the 5th-year option. So basically, you have 2 years of Justin Fields for about $28 million. Okay, that's the total, and that's worth it because you're not paying your other quarterback crap.
Yeah,
less than 2, is it? Yep.
Well, yeah.
2 years. So basically, you get this year for is about $7 million, and then next year is like $21 million. So you get 2 years of the quarterback for $28 million. And if they do pick up that 5th-year option, know that the Pittsburgh Steelers see something special in Justin Fields already.
Yep. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary.
Oh, Arthur Smith is a great play caller. Whoa. He had Bijan Robinson, and he was like, you know what? I want to use everybody else. You know, so he had Al Jair, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna use both of them as decoys. I got it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that scares me is Arthur Smith like had a really bad season PR wise and stuff, and obviously because of everything that happened over there. You know, I mean, everyone was making fun of him. He was the laughing stock for a while. You know, and you know, it was either him or the Bears. It was like who like top 3 worst freaking OCs. You know, Arthur Smith, Luke Getsy, and I don't know whoever else you want to throw in there, but I saw all those both of those guys were in like every meme and better than Getsy, you know.
Justin Fields fixes a lot of those problems.
Yeah.
Because he is creative with the ball. He makes the miraculous happen. Like he just things that you're like, I'm the first time he makes an unbelievable play, it's gonna hurt my heart. I know it's gonna hurt my heart. But it just kind of is what it is. I have a question for you guys though. Would you rather us get the 4th round pick or the 6th round pick? Now, understand what I'm saying? I'm asking. Okay,
4 Fields.
So if you get would you rather get the 4th round pick or the 6th round pick? If that's to play 51% of the snaps, okay. If Justin Fields plays 51% of the snaps and they go to the playoffs and he wins, how would you feel? Or would you rather him not play 51% of the snaps You can enjoy this year for whatever it is. Not compare him to Caleb Williams or whatever, or whoever we decide to draft. Which one would you rather have? The 4th or the 6th in 2025?
I mean, I'd go for the 4th, regardless how successful he is. I mean, deep down, I'm a bleed blue and orange, considering that I want what's best for the team. Obviously, the 4th round is better than the 6th round, but yeah, I mean,
I enjoy
God
it, but I
bless
don't
him.
know
I
if I
hope.
can handle it. I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, you have no choice now, right?
Oh, I
So
have a
might as
choice.
well.
I could.
I mean,
He cannot play next year. That's the
right.
Yeah.
choice.
I mean, now we're dealing with Russell Wilson. We all know his history.
Yeah, he doesn't get hurt. The dude doesn't get hurt. I mean,
So
even if he does get hurt, he plays.
let's see how he pans out. And honestly, I want him to go with the 4th.
Yeah.
I have something to say with the trading. Go ahead, Kramer. What do you think? 4th or 6th?
The 4th, man. I mean, at the end of the day, he's over there. Let him do what he's got to do and have him be the best he can be. And at the very least, we can get a 4th out of it instead of a 6th. You know what I mean? Like,
What is it? Honestly, is a 4th or a 6th worth my pain? That's where I get to a point.
that's a whole nother question.
Is it if it's worth ruining my season? Like,
Yeah.
let's just say we'll talk about this, but what if we draft Caleb Williams, right? And he has a rookie season. I don't know if everyone's been listening to me what I said about Caleb Williams. I do not hate him. I think what he is Kyler Murray, which is not bad. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I really believe that he has a lot of skills that are going to work really, really well in the NFL. I don't think that he is as polished, and I think he should sit behind somebody for a little bit. But I think he has his ceiling is off the charts. So I really do like him. But let's say he has a rookie season, and the Bears go 7-10, and the Steelers, Justin Fields somehow gets in the game, and they win 12 games and make it to the AFC Championship game. And I have to watch all the playoffs, every Pittsburgh game, all the playoffs with Justin Fields making the miraculous happen, and he gets into the playoffs and he becomes even a better quarterback. He hits another gear.
That experience.
Do I really want to see that? Can I enjoy my NFL season knowing that is happening?
I mean, the Steelers are going to win 9 games because they're not going to go under 9. Under half. Exactly. So they're winning at least 9. They're going to be 9-8 at the very least. But I you know what? Like, because they're AFC at the end of the day, like it's not going to affect the Bears. Just say even if the Bears get into the playoffs, just saying, and the Steelers get in the playoffs too, and Fields is the dude. We don't have to worry about that until the Super Bowl, that's a whole nother conversation, So like, I can root for both, you know what I mean? Like, I can root for Fields to have a good thing. And
no problem. I want him to do great. I want Justin Fields to become a superstar. I want, at the end of the day, for him to come back to Chicago and we'd be like, he was the dude that we thought he was. He is him. He was him. And he's going to go lead Pittsburgh for a decade. I want that 100%.
So
I just want it next year because I want to be able to enjoy it 1 year.
So 2 years in a row, I'm gonna have to root for 2 teams. Last year was the Bears. Second team was whoever went against the Panthers. Same thing coming up this year.
So you're the reason.
yeah, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
How's it my fault?
I was saying the entire time, guys, we cannot let the Panthers get the first pick. They have to win some games. We didn't have to have this problem. If we were fifth pick, this problem wouldn't have happened. Justin Fields would still be here if we had a fifth pick.
I'll tell you what, though. If you're blaming me, you have to blame Lovie Smith. Don't blame me.
Blame him. I don't blame him.
Yes, because think about it. If Lovie Smith would have won that game, would have lost that game.
We wouldn't have got the first pick, and we wouldn't have got DJ Moore. So he gave me DJ Moore, and he gave me Carolina's pick. It didn't matter. Carolina could have won another game.
How transpired?
If Carolina won another game, it didn't matter. They had the fifth pick. They get the fifth pick, and now we are okay. We get a high pick and get to keep Justin Fields.
I'm just saying.
Win.
I'm gonna have to go root for if Justin's playing Pittsburgh. Now the Pittsburgh games, if Justin's playing. Now the matchup with Pittsburgh versus Baltimore 2 times a year, That's gonna look pretty interesting because now you have two scrambling quarterbacks. Now it's like almost mirrored, not a mirrored team. It's gonna be
Justin's bigger
almost mirrored.
and
Yeah.
faster.
Now I'm
It's
thinking,
crazy.
I think Ryan Poles pulled the trigger a little bit too soon because if anything, he would have just held on to Justin until draft day and then trade Justin on draft day. He would have got a lot more than a fourth or a sixth. Just think about it, because remember what happened with
Look,
Arizona when
they-
they got
Josh
Rosen.
Rosen. Josh Rosen
Right.
got a second
Mhm.
Josh Rosen.
Exactly. He was traded on draft day for it to go up. So if and whatever that yeah, we're gonna have to lose him, we're gonna lose him. You know, let's see if his capital would have gone up.
No, but then he would
So
have been a liar. And I thought about this. Then he would have been a liar. That's why he did it.
Who, Poles
Poles
would have been a liar?
Poles would have been a liar because he said,
Yeah.
I need to get this done for Justin. I love him. I love this guy, that's my guy. I need to do something for him. So he said that he can't then turn around and hold him to the draft, even though that's what I would have done. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, it's a smart business move.
Yeah, but
it's a business move,
if
right?
if you care about the person, which he obviously does, because Justin Fields is not just a good quarterback, he's a great leader. Everyone loves him. He galvanizes the troops, all of those things. Another classy thing that he did, that Poles did, he called his guys. He called DJ Moore.
And Komet, I believe.
He called Cole Kmet. He told the defense before it was released to everybody else, so they could call Justin Fields, and he explained why he did it to the guys. Those are all commendable. I still hate this damn move, but I understand it. I understand what he's doing, and as much as it pains me to say, he made his decision. I got to roll with Poles with his decision. If he's wrong, woo! I don't.
Yeah,
Man.
and that's why I said he. This is his career. He is betting his career is on the line right now. You know what I mean? I mean, not long life, but at least for sure with the Bears. You know what I mean? Like, this could make or break him. Like, if Caleb comes in and he starts dominating pretty good, we start getting to the playoffs regularly, and we become a team that's like consistently fighting for the championship, and Super Bowl. I mean, you put Pole, you change the Sears Tower to Poles Tower. You know what I mean? Like, the series pole. I don't know, like call it something. You know what I mean? The dude, buried in what's it called now?
Willis.
Willis.
Talking about Willis.
Willis, yes.
We're talking about Willis.
Change it. Change it to the Ryan Poles Palace or some shit. I don't know. Because the dude will just be a legend in Chicago. Like, you change the Bears into something that no one ever thought was possible.
I just feel like he could have done it easier with the draft capital. But
yeah,
someone told me, the same person I talked to before about the moves, said he really, if he was going to go with Fields, that was going to be his draft pick. That was going to be, he would have to be the guy. And if he wasn't the guy, then he'll get fired for that.
Yeah.
He has to be, he had to go do with it because he had to reset the clock because he could hold it off 4 years. And it's not even the clock about paying. It's the clock, because I already told you, he's going to make $11 to $12 million. So it's not like it's a clock for money. It's the clock for himself. He extended his own career, even if he makes mistakes, by drafting Caleb Williams. So, like, at the end of the day, that's kind of where it had to go. I don't hate him. I don't hate it. But I'm not spending any money on the Chicago Bears this year. They're in timeout. They're in Grizzly timeout. I'm not spending no money on you.
When October comes around and it's like, hey, football game.
Unless it's a free ticket, I ain't going. I'm not doing it.
It's gonna be interesting, man. Like the one thing, I'm mad for sure. Super mad about it, but I'm cheering for the Bears. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, that's it. I hope they suck. And we're all in a bunch of Facebook groups with the Bears and stuff like that. And seeing some of these comments, because like I'm upset too, but I'm not gonna go out here. Oh, that's it. The Bears gonna be 0-17, whatever. I'm like, No, they're not, man. They're like, Caleb sucks. He's gonna suck. I'm like, I might not like his attitude, as of
he's not
now.
going to suck.
But he's not, like you said, he's not a bad quarterback. He's not gonna come in and stuff. He might get hurt. That's my biggest issue is I don't know if when
He can hold it in Chicago weather.
Yeah.
In when it's negative 40-degree wind chill. Is this California dude gonna be a stand up to a pass rush that's getting hit in the face?
Yep.
Two words. Fuck him. That's it.
He said like 10 minutes ago, he's like, I'm a bear. I bleed orange. And then he's like, fuck him.
He's not a bear yet.
Caleb. Fuck him.
I mean, but he's gonna have to learn that.
Put him Bajent. I don't care.
Whoa, that's even worse, man. Seeing all those things, like seeing like, oh, here's our starting quarterback. Stop it, man. And everyone's like, oh, how do you do? He's a backup quarterback. He's a good backup quarterback. Don't get me wrong.
I don't even know if he's a good backup quarterback. He's a guy who didn't have to get, once they knew who he was and know he doesn't have a strong arm, they adjusted.
Yeah, they figured him out really easily. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna obviously watch the games and root for the Bears to win. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, Caleb sucks. But I wished I was rooting for Justin, rather than Caleb. But I'm so happy we're done with this with the will they won't they kind of thing that we've been dealing with for the past 2 months almost at this point. Like
that's one thing I'm happy about also.
It's just like, who we're gonna keep, all you field haters and all you field lovers and blah blah blah, this and that. Yo, what's up, Brandon?
What's up, man?
So yeah, that's one thing I do enjoy. And then also I have confidence in what Pose is doing, because I was watching a bunch of ESPNs and a lot of the radio channels in our area, and everyone's talking about how Caleb is going to come in to a system that no other first round quarterback has ever come into a system. Usually you go to a shitty system, ask Trevor Lawrence, who never lost a game in his entire life. He's the golden boy. And then he gets beat up for like one whole year, he's like, oh shit.
They still have exercise his 5th-year contract.
Yeah. So, usually first pick, you go to a shitty team, and then they have all the growing pains and all the issues and all the problems, Young, go ask Chase Young, how he likes playing for the Panthers, so him coming into the system
Bryce
is
Young,
Bryce Young. I'm sorry, not Chase Young.
Chase Young is having neck surgery and he got signed by the Saints.
Yeah, that's right, the Saints. I was like, that's crazy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but yeah, just seeing that, I'm like, man, this guy, because the O-line is gonna get better. There's no doubt in that. Is it gonna be good enough for him? But yeah, so we'll see.
All right, so that's not the only thing that happened this weekend. Yeah. We also traded. We had a great trade. I don't know how you guys feel about it. What do you think about this trade?
I like it a lot.
Like Keenan Allen?
Oh, Keenan. Oh,
yeah, Keenan Allen for a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
So I mean, 32-year-old receiver gets more than our 25-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
Although Keenan Allen is probably gonna be a Hall of Famer. If not, he's gonna be in the conversation.
Very good.
He's I'm sure he is. Maybe not the first
ballot.
Second or third.
I think he'll get in.
You guys, do you have the list of the receivers that are not in the Hall of Fame yet? Keenan Allen is not there.
You don't think?
Mike Williams is a Hall of Famer. Mike Williams is going to be there. Keenan Allen's not there yet.
No.
He's going to do some more.
So, speaking of Keenan, I'm sorry. I don't want to break
up. No.
Anything.
I was actually bringing this up so I could get to the 13 to get to your point.
That's what I was going to bring up.
We got a bunch of people watching, and I think there's a lot of people on Twitter. Go check us out on YouTube. Click the button. Go over, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, because once we hit a 400 subscribers on YouTube, we're giving away a jersey. So every 100 subscribers, we're giving away a jersey. So you got to be a subscriber. So I see a bunch of people over on Twitter watching us. Appreciate all you guys, but check us out over on YouTube, man. So yeah.
Hi Bella.
Oh, look at that.
How you doing?
Tell Daddy it's gonna be okay.
Give him a hug and say it's okay.
Give him a hug. It's okay.
So the whole thing with Keenan Allen. So this, what you're doing, you're definitely getting a very good possession receiver to go with DJ Moore, right? It gives you a solid number 2 receiver. It works out very well along with your Swift. So you have 2 or 3 decent running backs, really, because Khalil's still here. Roshan is still there, along with our receivers. We got Jared L. Everett to go with Cole Kmet. So now we have 2 tight ends, which is good because we have a offensive coordinator who likes using double tights. Yeah. He likes doing 21 personnel is something he really loves. So I mean that makes sense. Having more backs, having a tight end. Now you have a really good possession receiver. You probably do need to go draft a young guy to develop too, which will be very good for us. But they don't have to come out and be great right away. So if Roma Dunze is there at 9, you go Roma Dunze. If he's not, you could go for Shanu, or you could go go one of the rushes. You have chances, you have decisions that you can make. You can trade down. You can do a lot of different things now. So I'm looking positively towards what he's done. But as Brain Hill has actually asked, I've been trying to get to it. What if they don't draft Caleb Williams? What if, which I've said, I don't know if you guys have been watching me, I said 2 months ago, Jaden Daniels is the better prospect.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels is more CJ Stroud than Caleb Williams is. Okay? Jaden Daniels has that ability. I don't know if you ever watch his film. When he doesn't have crazy feet. He's not running around. He's very fast. He's very electric. He does have a lot of Justin Fields in him. Okay? But he's very accurate. You saw what he did with Malik Neighbors. But he's kind of skinny, so that worries me. But he's 6'4", 215 is 212 really. It's kind of skinny to me. But he's good in the pocket, and he knows how to change launch angles. So like how Caleb has a good arm angles. Jaden is better with changing where the pocket's going to be. So if you want to run, a 5-step drop or whatever, you can do that, and he can stay in that pocket. The offensive line's gonna have an easier time blocking for him. So there's possibilities that Jaden is a better pro than Caleb. So is it over? Is this what he does? He goes to tomorrow to Caleb's pro day, and you're not impressed, and then all of a sudden the Bears trade down. Is that a possibility?
I'm thinking they're gonna trade down. Hopefully, you trade down to 2. This is my Fredo world kind of BS.
I would like it though, so keep going.
They trade down to 2. We get picks, of course. Next year, this year, first round, this year, second round, or third, or next year, second, or whatever. I don't know.
You can get 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I think you get your pick back, and you can get next year's second.
Yeah, they can do that in a bag of chips. The way they fucking traded Justin, I don't care. So anyway, you said, and we get Daniels. Let's just once again, my crazy little world. We go to 9, and you know who I love for them to pick up? Neighbors. Now you got, and then you got Daniels and Neighbors, both LSU guys. They're familiar with the chemistry. Neighbors doesn't need to be number 2 because we already got number 2. Neighbors could be number 3 because he's small and fast enough, right? Or
he's fast. He's pretty small. And he's pretty fast. Yeah,
but he's extremely fast. So now you got DJ, you got Keenan, and now you got Neighbors. So you got those 3 guys as receivers. You have a quarterback who's proved himself. You said he's how tall and thin?
6'4".
6'4". You know who else is 6'4"? This is back in my day, not of your guys.
Me.
Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham was 6'4".
There's a lot of quarterbacks that are 6'4". You brought Randall Cunningham. I know.
Because he's also thin, right? Because I mean, he was a big bulky guy, but he was a thin dude. Yeah. He was kind of athletic. So
he was very athletic, unbelievable.
That's my point. That's my reason there. So we go with Daniels, pick up Neighbors. I think that'd be a nice offensive package for Daniels to step into, because now you have a receiver that he's familiar with, and now you just got to learn playbook with everything, along with let Washington deal with the whole number 13 aspect, the whole Caleb aspect, his dad wanting the part of
No,
the
he's not getting ownership.
franchise.
But no, I think what his
Yes,
dad's going might ask. This is something that you need to ask Caleb Williams when you have your one-on-ones with him.
Yeah.
Are you okay with the rookie contract? Or are you going to hold out to try and make it not a rookie contract anymore, which is something that he could do.
bro, he's gonna hold out for the number 13 as well.
I don't care about 13. Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, think about it, he doesn't really need it. He doesn't have that fire in him. He got $10 million from just college.
I don't mind that because you know what?
But
I'm about to say this. In
I-
college,
I-
playing college football is very much like, I mean, can you imagine if these poor guys that and their families got to still continue to be poor as you make millions upon millions of dollars off their name. So
Yeah.
I can't sit here and fault anyone from making their money off their own name, image, and likeness. I do believe they need to kind of structure it, but I don't care about making $10 million. I don't care about Marvin Harrison making that money.
I'm not saying anything about that. Make your money, that's fine. But doesn't that take away some of the burn, some of the fire, some of the I want to do good because I want that bag? Doesn't that take some of that away from it?
Nah, not me.
Because if you
the people that love football, the ones who love football, like are crazy football guys, they don't care. They got that dog. They want to play football no matter what.
do you think
It's not the
Caleb's one
money
of
that's
those people though?
Hmm?
I think Caleb's more about the money because look what his dad is trying to do.
I think everyone wants to have money. I think Caleb wants to be great. I think the problem is Caleb believes he already is.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
how hard is he going to work? Caleb Williams is not going to be bad. Like I am 100% behind that. He's not going to be a bad player. I just don't think he's not my dude. I don't know if he works in Chicago. There's a lot of things. I mean, Deion Sanders said it. It's a Californian kid. You know,
Oh my God. People were ripping on Deion Sanders for saying that. Like, he needs to shut up. That's a stupid reason. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that wind chill off the lake?
Let the Jets draft Tua.
He's gonna go run into his mom and
exactly.
cry.
I was like people were dogging Deion for that take. I'm like, that makes sense. And it comes from a man who played in bad weather, who understands that. You get hit with that wind chill, with that lakefront effect, man, that burns. And I'm not saying like metaphorically, no, it physically burns your skin. It is painful. It hurts. It sucks. You know, and then you're sweating. So
as much as he did say that, I also have to say Aaron Rodgers came from California and just fine.
I mean, there's John Elway. I think when we went to play, there's been a bunch of California kids that went to cold temperature and
they
were
just
all right.
fine.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but
I'm more worried about his size, his height, those things more than anything. But yeah, but there's reasons why Jaden Daniels could be your pick. And I think what Fredo said could be something that ended up happening. But the problem is now that Justin Fields is out of there, Washington will probably just say, dude, if you don't want him, we just wait to 2. You're not going to draft him, and we'll just get him. I think you take away, some of your leverage a little bit.
Which brings me back to my original statement. If they would have waited to draft day to trade him.
But it wouldn't have been fair to Justin. And I think that's why he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to be unfair just because he already felt bad enough to not keep Justin.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm hoping the good karma comes back to it. It's like,
but do we have good karma, or do we have bad karma for what we did to him for 3 years?
But also we didn't draft. Well, I don't say we. Poles didn't draft him. You know what I mean? So he was from a different regime. Granted, it's still a great quarterback. That has very high potential that never got showcased in Chicago. And when it did, you saw it. Like when the dude runs for like hundreds of yards, and then throws for another 100, a couple hundred or 100 yards or whatever. Like that's crazy. Like he's a good quarterback. A good quarterback.
Didn't the offensive coordinator of the Bears used to coach Caleb?
No,
No.
Getsy. So they are all
No,
part
not
of the same.
not
Oh,
Getsy.
you mean the new one? The new one.
The
So,
Waldron, I think his
yeah.
name is.
So Waldron is actually
Oh.
part of the same tree
Tree.
as McVay. So yeah, he's part of that tree, that coaching tree, and he's those type of quarterbacks. But so was Justin. So Caleb is that type of quarterback, but so is Justin. So I mean, most
See,
ace quarterbacks that are coming out of college are going to be part of that.
I see. I thought he was connected to Caleb in one way or another. Like he was a quarterback coach,
No,
offensive
that's his,
coordinator, or
no. He was part of the McVay, and Caleb went to the McVay camp and all that stuff, and he was part of that. But so did Justin. So that's why I was like, so it really didn't matter either way it was. They both were, those type of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think we do with 9 now? Do you think we trade down?
Do we trade down? Nah, we don't trade down.
no. Take neighbors.
Do we, or do we? Who's the other
Roma
dude?
Dunze.
Or Roma Dunze. That's who I was thinking. That's who I think.
I would
That's
like
what I
him
think.
also.
No,
I like him also.
Here's my issue with Roma Dunze. Not with Roma Dunze. I'm sorry, with Malik Neighbors, in which me and Martin talk all the time. Martin talks, tells me that Malik Neighbors is a great receiver. And you know what my comp is to Malik Neighbors? DJ Moore. I don't think a team needs 2 DJ Moores.
It'd be a good problem to have, but yeah.
I think you need a big body receiver.
Yeah.
I think you need a because remember DJ Moore is 5'11", 6 feet tall too. So you're getting a guy who's another smaller receiver. What's the problem with Arizona? They have 4 receivers all 5'9". I don't need an entire receiving room 5'9".
And a quarterback that's like 4'2".
I need a big body receiver to go with.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's a possession. DJ Moore is that explosive smaller guy but plays big, and then I need a bigger dude that plays small. That's quick and able to run. So Marvin Harrison Jr. would have been the perfect thing, but Roman Dunze works very well too. So
wow, Dunze would be nice. I mean, he's either him or Neighbors. See, the only reason I'm choosing Neighbors is because if Daniels becomes our quarterback, I figure Neighbors will be a nice pick because they're familiar.
No, your reasoning is sound. I have no issues with any of your reasoning. That makes perfect sense.
Let me get Jessica like that. She can hear that other people think I agree. So you're like the only 3 guys.
It's recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded. Watch the show.
Turn it on now.
No, your reasoning makes perfect sense. I agree with everything you're saying. As far as that goes, but I think what the team needs is a bigger dude. People are asking, should we get Brock Bowers, a 3rd tight end, a 3rd receiving tight end?
After we got Everett, no.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Fashanu, if he's there, if the Giants decide to go quarterback, that's interesting. Or if the Giants trade down with the Vikings, that's interesting. And the Vikings, I believe, is another reason why Poles could not keep Justin.
Yeah.
Because if they trade up and they get one of these young quarterbacks and he becomes great, he will be fired so fast. But then again, if Justin Fields goes somewhere else and does amazing, I think Ryan Poles only has 2 years. He has 2 years to prove that that Caleb Williams is that dude. And if he's not that dude, he's probably get fired there.
Or Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
I think he has longer with Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels doesn't have to come right away.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that Jaden Daniels, you don't have to worry about Jaden Daniels as much. If you get Jaden Daniels, you go get another quarterback and you start him for a little bit. Let Jaden Daniels sit for 8 games, and then but then you're really resetting the clock. Now, are you going to be able to re-sign DJ Moore? Are you wasting a year of Montez Sweat? That's why I feel like at the end of the day, he's going to go Caleb Williams.
Are you going to go through the comments? Because I see a couple of good ones.
Go ahead.
I don't have control.
Hey, you can click on that. So Caleb most likely going to be the pick, or is the jury still out? The jury's out until tomorrow. I think tomorrow a lot of stuff is going to be decided.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is going to be decided. But and then you still have to have the day with the Bears. I was under the opinion that I was going to be Thursday. It's not scheduled for Thursday. It's actually not scheduled at all.
Oh, really?
So
that's interesting, isn't it?
I thought it was the 21st.
I thought it was the 21st too.
So what's going on then?
So they're going to spend time. So we saw the Bears actually sending 8 people down to Southern California. If you saw going through Midway, their bags going to Southern California with their stuff, they're sending 8 people down. So it's not just this. Shane Waldron's going to be there. All Poles guys, Eberflus is there. All of them are there to look at Caleb. All right. I think they're going to talk to him. They're going to have him in the building. I don't know if he's going to do a workout. I don't believe the date has been set.
Damn. So this is just like a meeting at a desk.
So I mean, they're going to be able to sit there and talk to him and go through some plays and stuff like that. But you're going to be one of, I think, 6 teams are going to be there.
That's interesting.
But you will get his medicals.
Yeah, we'll finally get the medicals, which I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So if he gives up the medicals to the Bears and the Commander says, right, okay. Because I was thinking, because if the Commander's like, hey, how are the medicals? The Bears can rightfully say, here you go, because that's against the HIPAA Act. Does the HIPAA law or HIPAA Act take an effect in the NFL? Because I understand the combine.
It's a private thing, so you can still give the team.
So it will take an effect. I see.
Yeah. But I mean, is there something that could mess it up? Is there something on the medicals that you're like, oh shit, I didn't know you had ACL reconstruction in 8th grade? You know, like what can pop up that's like so crazy that it would raise question?
Shoulder,
bed,
elbow, shoulder, and elbow.
Yeah.
So because in the way he throws the ball, because he doesn't have that prototypical throwing motion, and he's able to sidearm, he's able to do things maybe which is a awesome thing that he's able to do, But if he find out that the elbow is injured, or he's gonna have Matthew Stafford problems or anything like that, or his shoulder looks like it's a tear in a rotator cuff or labrum. Those are issues that you could see. If it seems like he has inflammation, or he has hamstring problems, or he has hydration problems, any of those things could be in the medicals that might worry you. Another thing, his hands aren't that huge. So like there's things like that could deter you. But I think it all starts with what you see on his pro day.
Yeah. So I know, Brian, you probably know, how are the medicals done? Because I'm assuming they can't be his own personal doctor, because then you can easily hide things. Or
no, they have to be open. It basically opens up everything to it. So it will be the Bears doctors will be able to look at him, but he'll have his own personal doctor there too, and he's also able to control the way things happen. He's not going to be poking product like you are at the combine, which all teams are there. That's not going to happen. He's going to be able to control the environment and control the atmosphere. So, I mean, I understand why you do that, because once again, Marvin Harrison did the same thing. Marvin Harrison Jr. is doing the same thing.
Yeah. Because my only question is, like, if you have a elbow or shoulder issue, you
have to be able to do an MRI. They're going to look at MRIs of everything. They're going to go. He's going to go through a battery of tests. All that stuff is going to be there. He will still go through things. So you'll be able to do your due diligence.
Yeah. Okay.
No matter what. I think that the most interesting thing is that the Bears do not have a date set with him. It's so very weird. Pro day's tomorrow, and they don't have it. It always says it's per the original plan. Williams was supposed to be in Chicago that Tuesday right after the combine. He decided not to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were going to do something right after his pro day that he was going to get something. But it doesn't mean the day after. It could be this weekend. It could be next weekend. They could have a conversation with Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams could say, I don't want you looking at any other quarterbacks. I want you looking at only me. I'm the top pick. If you want to be me, you want me. And then Ryan Poles says, I'm going to do my due diligence. I don't care what you say, kid. Because he might play for the Minnesota Vikings. I need to know who he is. But that might ruin the relationship off the bat. And that also might sour Ryan Poles on Caleb Williams. So, like, all those things are all possibilities. So, a lot of the stuff tomorrow is going to really dictate the way this goes.
Yeah. When do they get to do a press conference afterward? Like, I know it's not gonna be like right after. It's not gonna be like tomorrow at 3. I'm assuming at the very latest sometime next week, right? Where they can at least have some kind of.
I don't think Poles is going to speak because he can't unless they're announcing this is where our pick is going to be. I don't think Poles speaks till that happens. And Poles does have a lot more work to do. Less work because we traded all of our picks, but he still has to decide what he's going to do with the 9th pick, right? He still has to decide what he's going to do in the 3rd round, the 4th round. That's why he's been picking up offensive line like the Skittles because he wants to. He's probably not going to draft any. He's probably going to be a defensive end like they do. He's just like, I want to taste the rainbow of all of them. I want to keep on going. But I think that they're not going to draft the offensive lineman unless it's a great left tackle. I think they have to get a wide receiver.
Do we still need a pass rusher?
You need a pass rusher. They've hired once again. They've signed 2 or 3 defensive ends that are not A1 defensive ends. They're working in with the guys that you have defensive ends, which I'm not sure that's a great move. But what were you going to do? You're going to sign Chase Young, who signed with the Saints for a 1 year, $13 million, and then had a procedure on his neck the next day. Like,
man, talk about a great call because you remember how many people were pissed off with that. Oh, you go with Sweat, and you should have went with Young. Young's the guy.
Yep, I was one of those guys.
Post saw something.
I want to Sweat from the beginning.
Yeah. I think most of us on the channel were all.
Montez is that dude. But you need that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, there's again, we're in a bunch of Facebook groups, and I see a lot of people say stupid stuff. And there's a lot of haters. It's a lot of emotional. I don't say haters, but a lot of emotional kind of posting. Which I get. People get passionate about their football, especially in Chicago. But talk about making a great call. Same thing. There's been calls that people don't like, but in the end they work out. And that's why I kind of all right, what horseshoe are you rubbing? What your rabbit foot you got in your pocket? Because you made the right call with Roquan. Ultimately you kind of did.
Did he? Did he? I don't know. Because you could have got TJ Edwards anyway. And has Roquan
Yeah.
He's outplayed what we have already. Tremaine Edmonds is not great.
He changed
Roquan's an all pro. Not Pro Bowl, all pro. He's the best middle linebacker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. But I still think it was ultimately the right call for the money, especially at the time. I don't know. He could have been. Yeah,
$3 million difference between Tremaine Edmonds and Roquan Smith. I'm not sure that's the right move. I think signing TJ Edwards is a great move. I think that was the right move. Chase Claypool was the wrong move.
That was bad. That was a bad one.
DJ Moore and then signing to extend is a great move. Montez Sweat, great move signing to extension, but he should have did it in the offseason. He didn't have to do it in the middle of the season. So there's good things and bad things with Poles, but at the end of the day, I feel like we just have to let him do his thing, and we have to live with it as Bear fans. I ain't spending no money on it, but I'll still have to live with it.
Yeah. That's
so that's not the only news we have today, guys. I don't know if you guys were aware, but Arlington Heights is going to drop their taxes, but tax thing. They put it out for a vote. Instead of us having the Bears having to pay what I think it was something like first it was like 19 million, and it went down to like 12 million and 9 million. And now it looks like it's going to be back to the original $3.6 million that should have been on taxes. If they could get the school board in there. And if that's the case, I think the Bears forget the lakefront and go for Arlington Heights. And then we have the Arlington Heights Bears.
Yeah.
And Kevin Warren would have done exactly what he said he was going to do. He saved them $12 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, I mean, because he said they're going to drop, they were going to commit like $2 billion or something stupid to converting Soldier Field. The next day, Arlington Heights like, whoa, what you want? We'll get you what you want. And I was like, damn, like, okay. Like, didn't play. Like, the dude knows what he's doing, and it was.
Yeah, I think
Marvin.
What's up, Marvin?
I got shot, Marvin. It's my best boy. I love him. So always, first thing first, Marvin. What's up, man? Heart issues? Yeah. And I'm telling you, I am not spending $1 on the Bears next year. I am not. I refuse. If I got a free ticket, maybe I'll go to the game. But I'm not buying a hot dog. I'm eating before I go.
You sneak in some hot dogs.
Like cheeseburger Eddie with Culver's. Here you go. Got double quarter. Here we go. I think
what was it? Year one was it 3.6 million? Year two was 6.3.
Oh, it's 6.3 the first year and 3.6 the second. I think you're exactly right. I had it wrong. I think it's 6.3 the first year, 3.6 the second. And what's interesting is why the Bears can't own a stadium on the lakefront, right?
Yeah, because it's all public property. I believe someone bought it and donated to the city and told them they cannot sell this property at all.
Oh, really?
I believe it's like someone like Montgomery Ward or something like that.
Yeah, someone
he bought up the lakefront,
whole lakefront,
and he gave it to the city, and the city with the caveat that it cannot be privately owned. So, like the Field Museum, so Marshall Fields had naming rights for the Field Museum, right? But they cannot own the Field Museum. The city still had to own it. So nothing on the lakefront can be privately owned. So the Bears cannot privately own any stadium that's on the lakefront. So that's why they're going to have to be creative to kind of work around it. That's why Arlington Heights is a better idea for them. But I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset because there's nothing like looking at the lakefront. There's nothing like seeing the Sears Tower. I don't care what the fuck Willis Tower is. The Sears Tower. There's nothing like seeing the skyline. Right there. But that's what it is. It is Chicago. But for a team, for the entity, I understand it's better to earn it yourself, to own it yourself. And they need to do it quickly because Virginia McCaskey's not getting any younger. She's 101 years old. And if she ever passes away, which I really don't hope it happens, the capital gains tax is going to be like $1 billion, which is less money they can spend on the stadium.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I know it sounds like silly, but it's also like you kind of keep her on life support for a little bit longer. It was like that's what she wanted. Yeah. That's what she wanted, and I'm sure that's and that's what she wanted. That's what she would have wanted. Man. That I know that sounds very morbid, but that's very realistic too. Very realistic, you know what I mean? Keep it hidden, you know what I mean? Keep it hidden for a little while, do what you gotta do, and then like a week after it's all done, like we're sad to announce,
what's that movie, Dave? Where they found an actor to play the president, and the actual president was like in the hospital's basement. They hid him away from everybody.
or have her.
Oh, we can have Bernie's her.
Or have her do a Tupac thing. Fucking ship her off somewhere. Yeah, and then like have her come back later. Like, she passed on a plane on the way back. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the stadium.
Oh yeah, that's
but also like I know we've talked about it before. The artwork or whatever they want the Arlington Heights to look like. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. That is.
I have yet to see that.
Gorgeous, man. They're gonna make a freaking moat around the stadium, basically with these cool bridges. It's gonna be like not just a stadium, but like a whole area.
A
You know what I mean?
complex. So
A
you have the
complex, yeah.
train. You have direct connections to the
Right
train,
to the
the metro.
metro. Yep.
You'll be fine with that. There's a bus depot right there. There are gonna be shopping centers. All that stuff will
Food,
be
all
there.
that stuff. Yep.
Man,
Like they want
they
it to
have
be like if the stadium isn't operating, you can still spend money there by going to the shops and going and get food and doing stuff. So
And
yeah.
also, you have a
And-
Beyonce and Jay-Z concert. Guess what? The Bears would make that money. That's
all of it. Yep.
They make a killing with that going on.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. It does look like a gorgeous stadium though. Like the whole concept art. That's what it is. Is
you just need to get shovels in the ground.
Yep.
Trust me, I know. Building stuff takes a long time. Get shovels in the ground.
Yeah.
But for you guys, of these three moves, Keenan Allen, the Justin Fields, and the stadium, what's the most important thing to happen this weekend?
Fredo.
feels. Not because I'm hurt by it, but feels because that's a bargaining piece you just let go. You actually like we're all playing poker here, but I'm like, that's what I have. You know, basically that's what you did. Or you threw away your ace and now you got 4 cards playing with 5 cards. 2 people wearing with 5. So I think trading Justin, I understand you wanted to do it and I understand you wanted to be helpful. If it's a business thing, yeah, hold out. Hold it for until the draft day and then you get more for it. But if it's a personal thing, which looks like it was more personal than business, he did the right thing. However, overall, no. The Keenan Allen thing was great for a 4th rounder. Perfect, great. I'm assuming he got it for a 4th rounder because it's either A, something's wrong with him, or B, because of his age.
He's 32.
So
that's why.
right. So that's the only reason. Because Poles likes young guys, not these older vets. So
You need some of those guys, especially if you being a possession receiver.
Right.
And with a young quarterback, you need that. And the Texans were going to grab him if we didn't get him. So they had other teams that were interested.
And
It's
the
good that
Texans
we
were going to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Would Mike Williams would have liked to come to Chicago?
The problem with Mike Williams is injury prone. Keenan Allen, who also was injured, it just catches so many damn balls. Mike Williams, though he's younger, I think he also makes $20 million. He did make $20 million. He signed. I guess he signed as a free agent for $15 million. So I guess it doesn't matter because he got cut.
Because isn't Mike Williams like a bigger target though?
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Williams, 6'4", but he's been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I believe Mike Williams has played 14 games in the last 2 years or something like that.
Okay,
damn, really?
I can see that.
If not, it might be 3 years, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because I haven't picked him up in my in a fantasy team in a while.
He didn't play last year.
Because injuries and stuff like that. So, yeah. But yeah, I would say the biggest news was the whole Fields thing. You know what I mean? Because with the Fields news comes the Caleb kind of assumption that we're picking him up. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 kind of deal when that happened. So
yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Anzo comes in here just to rub it in. Thank you, Anzo. Steelers looking good with Russell and Fields. Let's go, Steeler Nation. Thanks, bro.
Blocked.
Wow, it's gonna be interesting watching what's going on over there.
Once again, I think those 2 games a year, them versus if Fields plays, them against Baltimore, those 2 games are gonna be good. I wouldn't surprise me if Fields would be running the show next year, AFC Championship game against Baltimore.
Interesting. And now the Big Marvin's in the building, guys. Once again, I told you if he says something, I'm going to say first thing first. I'm going to shout him out. So
he must be on a replay though, or on a
delay.
On a delay watching.
I think he's doing. I think he's doing his dad thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
saying they pretty much paid nothing. He's gonna
He
come in
did.
and run it. Rub it in my face. Thank you, bro.
Right.
Thank you.
Like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, the Steelers came out looking good because they got 2 number 1 quarterbacks, potential starting quarterbacks for $1.25 billion.
Yep.
That is crazy.
I mean, you still have to pay Fields $6.8 million, whatever. But
Not right now.
it's for the season.
For
For the season.
year.
Yeah, for the year.
Then next year will be like 20 something.
21.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Be something like that. Yes. So
but two starting quarterbacks for a 6th round and almost $8 million.
Yeah.
That jeez, that's a steal, man. That's a steal.
Yeah. That means you can go buy everybody.
Yeah.
You think
Anyone you want.
You think Fields might be the next Cordell Stewart?
No. I think Fields is going to have a resurgence just like Geno Smith did. Except he's younger.
Bigger. Yeah. Bigger.
He's bigger, faster, stronger, and younger. He's 20. Yeah. Fields just turned 25. The beginning of March, he turned 25. That he's that young.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
So you would start Fields over Russell? No, I let Russell start now, and I'll Fields towards the end of the season. Maybe I'll put him in. Russell gets hurt or something like that, or maybe he starts to not do as well. Go ahead and let Fields take over because he's just better to do. He's better with nothing. He's better with nothing. And I do believe you do need another receiver. I agree.
Yeah.
You still need another receiver. But it doesn't really hurt Justin because Justin's used to not having crap. This is what we did with his own career.
Yeah. You just need one good guy. That's it.
Yeah. But we got him DJ Moore, and then DJ Moore had the best season of his career so far. So it's like we keep saying like, "Oh, Fields sucks." I was like, we finally get him a good receiver, and that receiver has the best year of his career so far. So it was like, what are we saying? What are we talking? It's aggravating. It's aggravating.
And thoughts on Bell wanting to come back and play for the Steelers? Hell no.
Nah.
Especially all the stuff he said about Fields. F him.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
F him. I'll punch him in the face.
If I was like the GM or even the owner, honestly, it was like, no, tell that guy to get the hell out of here. All the stuff
Tom did. Yeah. Tom was like, look, no. Tom was the type of dude that will punch him in the face.
Yeah. Like you embarrass the organization. Like, no, we're done.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well bring back AB, man, and his crazy self.
Right.
I think they'll choose AB over Bell.
No.
Because think about it.
AB is a problem.
Both guys thought they were better than the organization. And then they both got cut or let go or not signed or held out or whatever. Both guys. Now, Pickett, for some weird reason, thought he's like, oh, I don't want to play behind Russell. All right, bye. Go ahead. Trade. See you later.
Play behind Jalen.
Yeah, exactly. Go play behind him.
1 year versus the next 5 years.
What did Tomlin say? He wants players, not hostages. When he said that, I'm like, God bless you, man. This is why you have a consistent winning season for the past 10 years.
No, he's 15. Talk about 10. Mike Tomlin hasn't lost in 15 or 16 years.
That's even better.
Yeah. That's why he's sitting there, and I bet you he was so happy when he found out he's getting Fields, because it's like, with Russ, he's like, I can mold him, I can make him into the quarterback I want, and then instead of like asking Trubisky, like, can we just win 9 games? Can please just win 9 games? Like he doesn't have to deal with that anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't imagine
what?
Trubisky
Lose 9 games?
Oh, you got Trubisky. Can you win 2?
Oh, the 2 right at the end of the
season.
We
win 2. He's like, whoa, 2.
He goes, I'll give you 1, maybe. No, but
real quick, the Big of Ford Entertainment said Bell did nothing after he left. Didn't he sign with the Jets?
So Le'Veon did a few things, but Le'Veon didn't do anything special. He was not good once he left.
Oh, right. After he left Pittsburgh, I thought he signed with the Jets for like a year or something.
No, he signed with a couple teams.
Yeah, he was bouncing around.
Nothing. Yeah, he just did nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you take a year off, man. take a year off, man. Like, granted, you can practice as much as you want and work out as much as you want, but you're missing the actual game, and that affects you, especially like what his 4th year in the season in the NFL, something like that.
Hey, you gotta remember, Le'Veon Bell won a Super Bowl.
Damn, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did was it Dilford, whatever his name is.
He won. Didn't Le'Veon Bell win with the Chiefs? I believe. I think that's what. It was.
Yeah.
Was a backup court. Like he signed the week before.
Season. Yeah.
He signed like the week before, and then like won a Super Bowl and got a ring.
Easy money.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I would not flaunt that ring if I was him, because
why not, man? He played. If I played, I'd be like, hey, that's my Super Bowl ring. Guess what? I was there. I was there.
He's the guy on the bench. Like, I seen it. I was rooting for him.
I was the best cheerleader ever.
Yep.
All right, yeah, Marvin. He said, trade Justin. I don't like it, but he made a decision. He chose the direction. A clear direction and consistency is what Poles has done, regardless of how we feel. He has made a decision, and he's going to have to live with the consequences of whatever he does. Now, for self-preservation, this is why he did it. For self-preservation reasons, it makes sense. It just honestly does. Because if you take a young quarterback, with a young quarterback, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. You don't have to worry about what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Anzo says, Bell and AB can kick rocks. They're gonna come up with crazy stuff to say, and that's just what it is. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour 20 minutes. It's about that time. That's when we get out of here.
The long one.
We're gonna be on Dynasty Pylon tomorrow. So if you're here, please subscribe to the Dynasty Pylon. We'll be talking about all the other moves, all the breakdowns, looking towards the draft, talking about the rookies. We're gonna be releasing rookies going up all April long. So we broke it down to film. We broke it down a lot of these rookies. We're gonna be releasing a lot of these things the entire month of April, one a day. So you probably will see what we think about Caleb. You'll see what we think about Jaden Daniels. You'll see what we think about JJ McCarthy. You'll see what we think about all these guys. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're breaking that down. Please hit the like button on here, guys. Check out our videos for that. As I said, tomorrow we'll be on Dynasty Pylon at 8 Central. Then on Sundays, we always have the Morning Spike. We'll be all on here. I don't know, maybe we might have a tank sighting. I don't know. We'll see on Sunday. But especially because we don't have no Martin. But we got a lot of stuff going on. We love football. We're always going to talk it. Thank you guys for joining us today. This was a lot of fun. Everyone had a lot of good points. But this is what we got, guys. I mean, just go order your Steelers, your Fields Steelers jersey. Keep it with you, and I don't know. Wish him luck and hope that he does well.
Would it be crazy? We end up drafting Caleb, and day one, Caleb throws a pick. Everybody starts chanting, "We want Fields. We want Fields." That'd be amazing.
That would be. I wouldn't wish that on him, but no.
But it's gonna happen. The first time he does a bad play, it's like you're gonna see all the memes, like, "Oh, you missed me yet?" Like all that stupid shit. So,
we'll be seeing Justin Fields with a T.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Same Bear time, same Bear channel. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you later.
Go Bears! We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive.